Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim. Join hosts Dan Melnick and Qasim Masood as they explore big ideas, limitless possibilities, and engage with visionaries, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders who dare to dream big, get inspired, motivated, and find practical tips for personal growth. Think big, dream bigger, and ignite your potential.
Welcome to Think Big with Dan and Qasim, and our guest today is Diamond. So, Diamond, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us where you live and what you do for a living.
Well, hello, my name's Diamond. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I am 29, just turned 29 last week. And I am a fashion designer. My brand is called Afrikan Kings and Queens, which this is our shirt. This is one of our shirts. Yeah, that's my little baby.
Awesome. So, how did you get the idea to start this brand?
When I was in college, I started learning. I went to two HBCUs, and I started learning more about my culture. And it just kind of, I don't know, I kind of wanted to learn even more. And it was during the time where I don't know, us, we was all doing this thing where light skin against dark skin. I don't know, it was a thing. I don't know why it was a thing, but it was a thing. And I just hated that because in my mind, all black is beautiful. And then I grew up seeing a lot of people looking down upon black people. So I wanted us as a whole to, remember who we are, that we are royalty, and to act as such, and to look as such. I would believe when people see you, they should think like, oh yeah, she is definitely royalty. You should walk into every room you walk into, you should walk with your head held high and feeling like that girl.
That's awesome. So, what was your biggest challenge when starting this business?
Learning how to sew. I did not know how to sew before I started my business. I actually started my business because I was a broke college student. Well, I learned how to sew because I was a broke college student, and I wanted to we had like this event in college, the Kappa Alpha had an event, and you always wear a gown. And I wanted to go every year, but I wanted to go and want something different. I really wanted to go in an African gown, and I was getting it custom made. The guy ended up not making it for me. I was hurt. But my mom, she lived in Ohio. I went to school in Florida at the time. To Daytona, I'm sorry, Bethune-Cookman University. And when he flaked out on me, my mom was just like, "Don't cry, just go to the store and you can hand stitch it." And she was like, I'll send you some money to buy a sewing machine." So me and my two friends and my sister, we all shared a bottle of wine and was hand stitching like this African print onto my dress. And it was my first time using a sewing machine, and it just all came natural. But that was the biggest challenge for me in the beginning.
That's nice. So, what is the role of technology in your business today?
I use technology in everything I do. I'm using my laptop, my phone, and my iPad right now. One, it keeps me focused on what I'm doing. I learned how to sew from YouTube. So I graduated from YouTube University. And so if there's something I don't know how to use or do, I go on YouTube, do my research. And also, I want to say, like, I try not to depend on technology so much because technology has changed a lot. Now it does come in handy, like the AI. It comes in handy when I am trying to send out a very detailed email and I want to sound professional. I would use Grammarly, but if I'm stuck and I don't know what to say, the AI comes in handy on that. But I try not to depend on technology too much because I'm really old school. Nowadays with fashion design, you can create a pattern on your computer, print it on your computer, sell it on your computer. But I'm really old fashioned. I would rather get on my hands and knees and use a pencil and pen to figure out how I am going to use make my pattern instead of using the computer. And plus everybody comes in different shapes and sizes. So
Yeah.
me being plus size, I don't like to depend on technology to make my patterns, because I have tried that in the past and it doesn't come out exactly, like the fitting doesn't come out to how I like it. So
Yeah, okay, that's completely fine. That makes sense. But uh, in today's age, AI has changed a lot. So
yes, it
AI
has.
is fixing all these sort of pains. So all these pain points are being fixed by the AI. So I'm not sure if you are looking for some AI things like to incorporate in your business where they can help you out. If you are not looking for, if you haven't used these things, I think you should at least explore it.
Yes, my sister, she is really big into it, and she is helping
Uh-huh.
me gradually get into it, because I used to love technology, but now I write everything down. Well, I do use structured app called Structured to keep me organized as well. Or I have it on all of my technologies I have it and it's synced to each other. So, and it really helps me to keep everything organized. Like I have a
Mhm,
specific time that I do everything. So that app is a godsend. I love that app, because before, I mean, I still do write everything down, but that's when I'm laying in the bed, and when you were trying to go to sleep, that's when everything is coming to you. So when I'm laying in the bed, I that's when I usually write it down. But throughout the day, things start coming to me again, like, oh my gosh, I have to go pick up school shoes, or I gotta go get school supplies or anything, or I am still in school, so I will forget about my homework. So I will literally put it into my phone or on my laptop, whatever I'm on. It helps keep me organized a lot.
Sure. So, what makes you better than your competition?
What competition? No, no. I I honestly do not look at anybody as competition. Any other fashion designers. I really think that we all have different target audience, and even if we have the same target audience, our styles are completely different. So I really think I stay in my lane, and everybody else has their own lane. So I really do not look at anybody as competition. I am my biggest competition, because I look good every day, and then I got to top that look. So that's the only. I really don't really view anybody. If anything, I want to say that I want the fashion world to be more like a sister and brotherhood. I don't want everybody to think of each other as competition, because like I said, we all are targeting different people, and we all have our different style. And like Marilyn Monroe said years ago, fashion changes every day. So right now, today I may be in, but next week it may be somebody else. So I really, being into the fashion world, I've seen like models and makeup artists, I've seen them become friends and sisters. But when it comes to designers, it's like everybody is look at you as competition. I'm like, why? If anything, I feel like we can help each other. We can collab. Even if we both make African print clothing, I promise we're completely different. We're completely different, because when people think about African print clothing, they think traditional African clothing, like the long skirts. It's not too sexy. I feel like I give it a little risque, but not too risque, because I like to used to still look classy and ladylike, but it's not the little long skirts. It doesn't make you look like a mom. It doesn't make you look like a mom. That's how I feel when I wear my long skirts and my little off the shoulder shirt. That's my mom wear, because I know I can move around in it. But other than that, I like for you to still feel cute. I like for you to feel sexy. Everybody, little girls are cute. We're grown women. I want you to feel sexy. Boost your confidence.
Awesome. So, in terms of getting the word out, where have you been able to find the most traction to reach people? Has it been social media, organically talking to people? Like, what has been the most effective strategy for you?
Organically talking to people. Word of mouth is, I know it's really old school, but social media, you don't reach as many people as you think. Because you have to go on so many different platforms. So people are seeing, especially like they're going to show your family and friend, your closest family and friends, your what am I trying to say? I'm getting a brain fart. They're going to show my reels and things to my family and friends first because they probably are the ones who view it the most. So I don't feel like, and I feel like those are the ones who share it the most is my closest family and friends. But when I go out and people see me, people always interact with me, and I'm constantly handing out business cards. I'm constantly meeting new clientele, and I feel like that works best for me because I am my brand, and people love me, and so people love my brand. I feel like social media, you only get those little few clippets of me. You don't really get to see me.
Astonishing. So, what are the top priorities for you in next 3 to 6 months?
My top qualities for
Priorities.
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 Okay. So my top priorities right now is I am working hard on my discipline. I'm trying to become more disciplined because I want my business to be my main source of income. So I'm trying to be more disciplined. I am, I'm sorry, I'm going to change up my wording. I am more disciplined. I like to speak things into existence. I am more disciplined. That's my number one priority. My second priority is to 3 to 6 months. Oh, I want to in January give out 2 scholarships. It's only small scholarships, but that's something I've been wanting to do with my business for years, and I'm actually trying to get it done this year. Putting more focus and energy in my business as well. Those are my 3 priorities.
Nice. So, is there something that is simply non-negotiable for you?
Yes, I will not do, I hate to say it, but I will not do like overexposed clothing. I don't feel like if you're royalty, you don't have to walk around naked or half naked. I'm not saying you have to be completely covered, but the little stringy clothing and everything, I will not make. I will refer you to another fashion designer or anything, but I will not make it because that to me does not say you're royalty. That's just saying, hey, look at me.
For sure. So, what is the one biggest piece of advice that you wish you knew before you started this entrepreneurship journey?
Oh my gosh, I wish I knew how much work you have to be into it. I wish I knew about consistency. Everybody always say, "Oh, you're going to be so successful. You just have to be consistent, consistent, consistent." And I feel like I have grown in my consistency, and since I've been more consistent, I feel like more doors are opening for me. And I wish I knew that to begin with, because in 2017, I would have, if I knew that back then, I would have been so much more further in my career now.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So, if we were to have this conversation again in 1 year from now, where do you expect things to go for your brand?
Oh, so 1 year from now, we're going to be a 6-figure brand. We are going to we are going to open the doors for bring so many communities together. We are going to help. I really want to focus on people, helping people with their mental health, just understanding like how important you are speaking positive affirmations into yourself. I want to help people learn about the things that they're putting in their body and what it will do to them. So I feel like my brand is going to be so much bigger than just African Kings and Queens designs. It's not just going to be me as a fashion designer. I'm going to have a team behind me, and we're going to be reaching people all over the world and helping them better their lives, because it's so much stuff that we put in our body, and so much that, especially being women, it's so hard. So I feel like I meet so many mothers that are I'm 29. I meet mothers that's younger than me that are depressed and want to commit suicide, and that it hurts to know that you're so young and you want to give up on life already. So I feel like next year my brand is going to reach these women, and I want to have I want to do like small vacations for us and everything, get together. I just want everybody to know that they are beautiful, they are royalty, and to treat themselves and make sure other people treat you as nothing less than. That's my goal.
That's amazing. So, if somebody wanted to reach out to you or to find your company, what's the best way? Do you mind sharing like your website or how they can find you?
Yes, so our website is www.afrikankingsandqueens.com, and it's Afrikan with a K. You can also find us on Instagram, African Kings and Queens, TikTok, and Facebook. It's all Afrikan Kings and Queens, and with 2 underscores for Instagram. Instagram has 2 underscores at the end, but other than that, everything is the same. And you can message me on there. And if you have any inquiries, or we do alterations and custom designs, and we also have ready to wear. So if you are interested in anything, you can reach out to us, and me and my team will be more than happy to help you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Diamond, thank you so much for your
Great.
time. We're rooting for you, and hopefully we can chat again in 1 year from now as you continue to grow and scale your business.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for having me. It was a pleasure speaking with you all. You all are doing great work. I love you all's podcast. It's so positive. So thank you so much for reaching out, and you have a great day. Talk to you in 1 year.
That was great. Thank you so
Thanks a
much.
lot. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right. Bye.